Ohio State lost to Michigan again. It's 4 years straight. You know, back in my day, feel me?
What?
We never lost to Michigan.
Back in my day.
It was straight belt every year.
He was 11.
Hype. What that mean?
I mean,
It's back in my
That's
day.
still back in his day.
I mean, it was back in your day. I guess.
Right,
Hey, man. Ryan Day, Kent State does need a head coach right now, so
Please go.
put your application in, please.
No, I'm not. I don't even think it's crazy to say that this is the most embarrassing loss in school history.
It is.
I don't really think it. Like, it's
That's
not
worse
even.
than when the kicker missed.
Yeah, it's
Bro,
bro.
that wasn't even like embarrassing. That was just like.
But I'm saying you're playing against number 1 Georgia. They won the national championship. Like that's not insane loss. But to play a team that lost 18 people to the draft, they lost their head coach. You're playing a first year head coach. They were out. They had arguably their 2 best players on offense and defense. Well, their best player on offense and defense, I should say. They had their best tight end out, Colston Loveland, and they had Will Johnson out. And you still couldn't beat this team. You couldn't find a way to.
You
beat
only
them.
put up 10 points. You're supposed to. That's your main point of coaching. You're an offensive coach.
Yeah, and this team was
ridiculous.
And Michigan was unranked on top of that. On top of everything I just named, they were unranked on top of that. Like, bro, 100%. I
And
feel
you're
like
in Ohio State at your own stadium. You're losing at home.
13-10. I understand the kicker miss, blah blah blah, everything like that. But bro, the game should
Kicker miss, red zone turnovers, but bro,
It should have been like 45-10. Realistically, it should have been 45.
there's no way we
And
don't
Will
have
Howard
better
didn't
play
expect-
calling.
I
Howard
didn't
ain't
expect
getting
45 to
enough
10,
slander.
but I was expecting at least put up 3 touchdowns with 21 points. Maybe even 17.
Nah, Will Howard genuinely isn't getting enough slander either. Like, I know there's people like some people are talking about it, but most of the hate is going to Ryan Day. Bro, he threw 2 picks in the red zone. Like, that's unacceptable. It doesn't matter like what level of sports you play.
It is, but at the same time, we should be able to run the ball in the red zone with Quinshawn and Travion Henderson.
Not against Michigan.
But when they
Let
call
me-
you to throw the ball, it shouldn't be a pick.
Let me ask a question. Do you think Kyle McCord was the problem?
No.
I never thought Kyle McCord was the problem.
You
To
didn't?
be honest,
I did.
I didn't think he was the biggest problem we had. No.
He's going to the ACC. He's playing with way less comp, playing against way less comp. I mean, he got worse players on his team, but still.
but there was
What do
no-
you mean? What are you shaking your head for? Syracuse isn't good. They just beat Miami. That doesn't make them good. Miami
so?
been fraud watch all year. They just lost to Georgia
It's because
State.
of the defense, though. It's not because of the offense.
Facts. The defense gets a lot of turnovers and a lot of defensive scores. It's not like Kyle McCord is out there just being the GOAT.
No,
mean,
I was
he's leading them
talking-
to
I
a
was
9-3
talking about
record.
why Miami was fraudulent.
They're 9-3.
Even with us, he could be better this year. He could be better than he was last year.
I think he would have taken a step. I think he would have been. I think he would have been better. But I thought signing Will Howard was basically the same thing as having Kyle McCord.
Yeah.
Kind of, but I think Kyle McCord might have been better for the Michigan game. Like this year, he would have played better in that Michigan
All
game.
right,
But throughout the season,
I'm just gonna
he had
give you-
games with 3 pick sixes.
I'm just gonna give you. I mean, Will Howard's thrown his fair share of pick sixes.
3
this
in
year.
one game.
Pick sixes?
He threw a pick 6 against Penn State.
That's one. He threw 3 in
I'll
one
find
game.
another one. I'll find another one.
3
He
in
probably
one
has
game.
how many picks?
don't
He
remember
doesn't
that
have
game.
over 7 picks.
But who
He has
is-
like
Is there
5.
one that's significantly better than the other one?
Will Howard's significantly better than Kyle McCord.
That's not true. No, I'm not gonna lie. It's not true.
How is that
can't
not
say
true?
that.
I
How
just
can you
don't-
not say that?
What has Will Howard done for you to defend him like that? Like
He's lost 2
can't,
games.
You can't put him next to other.
He
Ohio
lost to the
State-
number 1 ranked team in the nation, and only because he didn't slide a second sooner.
I mean, and
Nah,
just
he
lost
still
to-
wouldn't.
He just lost to unranked.
Well, we
Michigan.
asking
But
how
is that
many.
entirely his fault?
I mean, I think
It's
he played.
definitely his fault partially.
Okay,
I
but
think
But he
played a
also
good-
took a big hit for me, Zach Wilson out there. He's seeing ghosts,
Throw
literally.
Julian Sane and throw Aaron Nolan in. I don't know. Like,
They're
nah,
redshirted.
I'm just playing.
They got
But-
redshirted?
Yeah,
No, I'm just
remember
gonna.
They threw Devin Brown in.
Yeah, they were both definitely redshirts. But I mean, just to give you the stats, this year Will Howard was 19 of 33, 175, 1 TD, 2 interceptions. Last year, Kyle McCord was 18 of 30, 271, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. And that was against the national champions. That wasn't against unranked Michigan with a first-year head coach missing half the roster from last year.
Yeah.
I think Kyle McCord deserves an apology. I think he does.
Also,
But
Will,
is that
Will
all Kyle
Howard.
McCord?
Will Howard also played his fair share of football at Kansas State.
Yeah, it's not like he's like a freshman or like a sophomore, but he's a 5th-year senior.
What point is that? For?
Ooh.
No, it's
not
just
know
saying
that.
like he's just playing. He's played a lot more.
Like
football.
he should be better.
He's a
Yeah.
fifth
Kyle
year
McCord,
senior?
his first year starting
he's
was
a
last
5th-year
year.
senior.
That's facts. That's
So
facts.
Kyle McCord, he was judged way too early, bro. I'm not
yeah.
saying he was great. I'm not saying he was amazing, but come on, bro.
He was
Come
out
on.
there making like a lot of young decisions. Like his picks were just like, for me, rookie mistakes.
You can't put Will Howard with any of the other quarterbacks that have played for Ohio State recently.
I mean, you
Other
can't.
than Kyle McCord.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't. Other than yeah. you're
Like
right.
there's it's not even a comparison. Like all the other quarterbacks that came out of Ohio State recently have been getting drafted high enough to be
The
like
JT Barrett.
be somebody.
Other than JT Barrett, yeah.
Terrell Pryor.
That was like 10 years ago.
Still.
I mean, JT Barrett,
Not even 10. That was like
JT
15.
Barrett
just like
was
Terrell
he was a
Pryor
journeyman in
slander.
the NFL.
I mean,
though.
Dwayne Haskins, he
got drafted high.
He got drafted top 20. Wasn't he the 17th pick?
He was a first.
Wasn't he the
first
17th
round?
Wasn't he the 17th pick? I swear he was the 17th.
No, I could have swore he was a first round pick.
What pick was Dwayne?
It might have been like
Haskins?
pick 9.
No,
Yeah, I swear it was early.
no, that's what everybody asked me. Like every time they see me outside the pod.
yeah,
They're-
first round.
Yeah, he was
That's
15.
15.
They always ask me, they're like, do you really use the iPad or are you just like using it for a pro? I'm like, I'm using it. I'm using it.
But nah, I mean,
Nobody asked.
I
mean,
it's 4 different
Fields,
people like that.
CJ Stroud.
He'll say 4 and be like, everybody asked me.
Those are the only guys though that have come out recently that have actually done well from Ohio
But, like,
State.
how
'Cause
do-
Ohio State's always been known for producing quarterbacks and then them going to the NFL and them doing nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but at least they get to the NFL with the expectation that they might do something.
No.
We sending Will Howard out there. What he gonna do?
No, I know.
Sit third string
I
behind
don't-
Stetson
He's working
Bennett.
big
I don't disagree.
The Rams drafting right now. Where's
he could
Will
progress.
Howard sitting on that depth chart?
Bro, he's 50.
No, I
bro.
don't. I don't disagree at all. I'm just
It's
saying,
like
like
22.
So do you think that Will Howard gets drafted higher or lower than Stetson Bennett? Wherever Stetson Bennett got
Stetson
drafted.
Bennett got drafted in the 7th round.
Yeah.
Higher or lower than 7th round?
he's going
Yeah, I was going to
UDFA
say
or
probably
whatever.
a UDFA.
Yeah.
I don't think
Gotta
anybody's.
be.
I don't think
Unless he
anybody's.
has a great combine and runs a 4.4.
Or
That boy's
great,
going
great
to 6th, 7th
playoffs.
round.
Or great playoffs.
Maybe great playoffs. Yeah. No, that's the only way Ryan Day will be able to keep his job. Is if he
Not
wins the
even,
Natty.
not even a
keeping
great
his
limit.
job.
He has to win the Natty, and it has to like no game. I'm not gonna lie, no game has to be close.
No, even if he wins the Natty, I still say
'Cause
fire.
even back to
I
his-
still say fire.
Even back to his fault versus Ryan Day's fault, or Will Howard's fault versus Ryan Day's fault. This isn't Ryan Day's first offense.
Yeah.
He's sold before,
Bro, this
so
is
it's not
different
crazy.
This is his 4th offense. Like, what are we talking about?
Just versus Michigan. Like he's sold before, bro.
Dude, it's seniors on that team who have never beat Michigan.
Yeah,
Not one.
that's the problem. There's
Like, that's crazy.
no,
You
there's
can't
nobody
forget-
on the team.
There's
nobody on the team that's beat
There's
Michigan.
no way CJ Stroud wins Rookie of the Year the next year, but he can't beat Michigan the year before.
I know.
And we had Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, JSN.
I know,
Literally
he been
like
talent
stars in the
fumbling.
NFL.
Like, come on,
He
bro.
been talent
It doesn't
fumbling,
make
bro.
sense how we have these good players. We're developing them so nicely, and then we're not doing anything with them. In college.
He's just
We're
so.
not going to act like that hardball Michigan wasn't dominant.
That was cool.
I mean, what
It was cool.
But
But
what
we should've won.
Okay.
The hardball Michigan was dominant.
Which team do you think was more talented though during those spans?
This Michigan team or last Michigan team?
No,
Or
I'm
Ohio
talking
State?
about Ohio State versus Michigan the past 4 years. Who has been the more talented team? It's been
Ohio
Ohio State every single year.
For sure.
And they haven't been able to catch one dub.
They've just been
This is
outplayed.
The one
bro,
year they won the chip, it was Michigan.
No, I don't think
On
so.
both sides of the ball, it was definitely.
On both sides of the ball?
I don't know.
more talented.
More talented,
Like, as a whole?
As a whole, okay, maybe last year, but I'm not gonna say
saying.
it's by a large margin. I'm not gonna say it's by a
I
large
think
margin.
last year our D line
Ohio
got
State's
exposed.
offense is just so high powered that it was like, yeah, they're more talented on offense. But defensively, Michigan has always been better than,
Okay,
The year
I'll
CJ
hear
Stroud
you.
Not
lost
this,
it.
not even
especially
this-
under
not this
hardball.
year.
Okay,
Michigan's defense always
outside
been-
of last year though, this year Ohio State was more. They might have been twice as more talented, and you lost. The most expensive roster in college football, and Ryan Day couldn't pull out a dub. He couldn't pull out a dub. You don't think we're twice as more talented than Michigan this year?
No, I don't think we're the most expensive team.
Did
They
Penn
are.
State, did Penn State beat
Who said
Michigan?
that?
That's what they say every single game. It's the most expensive
cap
roster
it,
in
bro.
college football.
Oregon literally has infinite NIL. They don't got no expensive. You feel me? Like that even sound
They do
right.
have infinite NIL.
You got
which
infinite
is
NIL, but you don't have the
insane.
most.
They don't
expensive
have as
team.
many big names as Ohio State.
That don't mean it.
They're Ohio
This is
State.
big names.
Evan's still not a big.
You're
name.
gonna have to.
Will Howard a big
Okay,
name now?
okay. Oregon, you got Evan Stewart.
Don't
Ohio
get me.
State, you have
Caleb
Caleb Downs. You have Travion Henderson.
Jeremiah
You have Quinyon
But hey,
Mitchell.
Henderson been
Not
here.
Quin.
Henderson
Nah,
been here.
Quinshawn Judkins. Quinshawn Judkins. I just had a Donovan Mike Evans.
Whoa.
Quinshawn Judkins. Emeka Egbuka. Jeremiah Smith. That's five right
You
there.
can name the same for
Chronotate?
Oregon too.
Nah,
Tez Johnson, Evan Stewart,
That's
Dylan Gabriel.
those aren't in the same realm as
You don't
like
think so?
Caleb
Tez
Downs.
Johnson is a dog.
As Caleb Downs.
I gotta stop saying that. I've been saying he's a
as
dog
Caleb
for every
Downs?
player that ever plays football. I gotta stop doing that.
But he's actually a dog.
He's a dog, but I'm just saying, who do you think is commanding significantly more NIL money? Tez Johnson or Caleb Downs?
Oh, that's easy.
Like, come on. And that Ohio State has a plethora of players like that.
I don't even want to drink mine no more.
Y'all did just sit in
I'm
unison.
saying, bro, he said at the same time.
But I'm just saying, like, bro, this is coaching malpractice. It genuinely is. It is. It's coaching malpractice.
So do we have a chance to win the Natty?
No.
Do we have a chance to win the Natty?
I'm not
It's
gonna lie,
hard.
we get Oregon this up. Can't drop more than 10
Like
points.
before-
I'm not gonna say y'all don't have a chance.
The
Are
re-
we just frauds against Michigan?
No, I don't think. I think every time that
Michigan got
Ryan Day goes up against somebody that is a good head coach and he can't
just big games. That's all.
Like,
It's the difference between him and Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer, he was good in the big games, but he was awful in the bad teams.
But I'm saying every time he went up against Nick Saban, no contest. It was no contest in that natty. Absolutely none.
I heard him saying in like a press conference, he was saying like we were expecting to win this game and then go to the Big Ten championship. It sounds like y'all were overlooking Michigan, and y'all played, and they kind of played like they were overlooking them. They kind of just played down to their level, honestly.
Yeah,
there's no reason the offense shouldn't have scored 28 points.
There's no reason we want a halfback dive just expecting something to happen.
Why are you running halfback dive when the best part of Michigan's defense is their D tackles?
Right in the middle.
What'd you say in the group chat? They didn't read the scouting report.
And every time they ran pitch, 8 yards, 10 yards, 12 yards. Like
that's most games though. We run off tackle to the left side off. What's his name?
I'm not gonna lie. I think I saw Chip Kelly like dealing in like a back alley or something. Can we get him arrested?
He's awful.
Can we get him arrested?
Like, bro, it's
He's
getting
supposed to be
outrageous,
one of the
bro.
best coaches.
He
bro.
just get nervous, like
Chip Kelly.
I heard LaShawn McCoy say he hates Chip
not
Kelly.
legendary?
No.
Well, I'm thinking of.
He was legendary
That's what I'm saying.
at one point.
He
But
was
Chip
legendary.
Kelly in like the past like
Didn't he have
4
Mario?
years, nobody likes him.
Well, because where has he been in the last 4 years?
I mean, he got kicked out of Philly because, he like
Ruined
kind
the
of
franchise.
ruined the entire franchise. And then he went to UCLA and was bowl game every year. That's it. Nothing else. Couldn't win the Pac-12 like.
I mean, UCLA.
Trying to win at UCLA.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when you take somebody's responsibilities away from being a head coach, they should be able to go command an
Turn
offensive.
DTR
It's
into
not
best
like he was
quarterback.
always a
That's
head
right.
coach.
That's right.
I know that's what I'm saying. He was legendary as an offensive coordinator. Why is
He's an offensive coordinator now.
why is he not legendary no more?
Because he sucks.
It's been 1 year.
Is he good?
I mean, a couple of years, I guess. At UCLA,
But is he good?
Simple. No.
Does he do his
he's
job
been
well?
good majority of the year, bro.
You just told me that when we do the best when we run outside the tackle and they're not doing that. So
He got nervous. I said, "Do we just suck?"
what does that
Michigan
mean?
in
He's
order?
not on the field. There's nothing to get
We put up
nervous
31.
about.
We put up 30.
I don't know.
That's in one game.
He gets stage fright.
Has
from
he
being on
been
the
bad all
sideline.
year? We've beat what? We've played how many top 5 teams? And we've only lost to the number
Into
one
the
team by
2
one.
that we needed to beat the most.
We lost to Oregon by 1. We didn't need to beat them the most.
And then you lost.
We lost to Michigan.
you
Yes,
lost to unranked Michigan.
I just said he coached a terrible game this game, but it doesn't mean he's been bad all year.
Why are you defending
There's
him?
been certain
Just again,
games that
just-
he's been bad outside of that, though.
Yeah.
Like,
He
you look at
wasn't
the.
I'm not saying.
Penn State game.
I'm not saying he has a
I was
perfect
gonna say
season,
that.
The start of every game slow.
The Penn State game.
but that's just our team.
No.
No, that is
The first
100%.
quarter?
The lack of adjustments.
So,
that's coaching.
but we have the best. We have the best plus minus in the third quarter of any team in any quarter over the nation. So what is that? What is that? Who gets the credit for that?
That's 100% the team.
Yeah.
So that has nothing to do with the play calling. No adjustments made at halftime.
No,
Maybe-
I mean, no, they
maybe
make
it's not
adjustments at
scouting.
halftime.
No, I'm talking about what you said about.
But in the
like,
playoffs, you
starting
can't
slow.
you can't start slow in the playoffs.
No, that's what
you
I'm
can't.
saying. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we played
okay.
some of them teams in the
If we play Boise State round 1, okay.
we played.
Then it's Bell.
We play Indiana. We play Penn
Why you
State.
say that?
Is it really Bell?
Is it really, Bell?
Absolutely.
Is it?
Michigan just
Absolutely.
gave y'all. This Michigan just gave it to y'all with no quarterback.
You have our offense over their offense.
I mean,
now?
Maddox Madsen, absolutely not, bro. Absolutely not, bro.
Deshaun Johnson.
I'm not gonna lie. There's, you got to understand. There's levels to this. If Ohio State plays Boise State round 1, it's bad. I know they played Oregon close in the first couple weeks.
and we're not going to play every game as badly as we played Michigan. You
Oh,
gotta
no,
also
they
take that
better.
into
Who
account.
they play? We don't know who they play yet. Do they?
Where I'm saying Ohio State plays Boise State, Arizona State,
Oh, Arizona.
State, or ISU, any of those teams. You
I don't
play
know,
any
bro.
of
I
those
just
teams.
don't-
Let's
I
go
even-
ahead. Let's go
I
ahead
don't
and go
even-
to the conference championship game.
I,
Let's
yeah,
take a
that's what
look
I said.
at it.
I don't even want to talk about
Let's
it
go ahead and
because
look at
we gonna predict this, and then what's gonna happen? We all gonna say, yeah, they're gonna put belt on them like we did.
I mean,
for
it's Oregon versus Penn State.
and for what's it called?
It's Oregon versus Penn State.
We all come back.
Nobody
and we
expects
gotta
Penn State to win this
apologize to
game.
the podcast because
no.
we're all fraudulent.
I apologize for
Any
that.
school, any school SEC, any school that's not SEC or Big Ten, they're fine.